Good morning.
Hi, Chantal.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Morgan Cooley, former sergeant, veteran, OEF, Afghanistan. Awesome. That's about it.
Okay, let's start the interview. Do you recall your first days of service, and what did it feel like?
Oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Like, why did I do this? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. That's what I thought.
Which wars did you serve in, if
Which
any?
wars?
Yes.
Civil War? No. I was in OEF, Operation Enduring Freedom. It's really not considered a war, it's considered a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
So, legally, I can't say I was in a war, but I can say I was in a conflict, and it was Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. Okay.
What were some of your memorable experiences?
Does it have to be good or bad?
Both.
Oh.
Whichever you choose.
Yeah. In being actually in Afghanistan or in the military?
In the military in general.
I don't know, graduating basic training. Boot camp was, oh man, 9 weeks of, hard work paid off. That was memorable. I don't know, I had a lot of really good times just training with my troops out in out in the field and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Just learning and picking up little tricks, what you can do with some tape and a stick and stuff like that. Just little things like that are probably some of my favorite memories. And just being around a bunch of people doing what we do and just working together was probably my best memories. So.
And what were some of the things you did for entertainment?
Oh wow, I can't tell you really all of them, but the ones we did a lot of, we would just mess with each other. Really, I don't know, we were silly. We goofed around and I don't know, pretty much anything really. We would, when we were overseas, we would catch wild animals, scorpions and stuff like that, and play with them and yeah, stuff,
What have you seen any major comebacks since enlisting in the Army?
Yeah, I have, but yes, I did. I saw a lot of, not a lot, but I got enough. I don't need to watch TV to understand what an explosion is, or I have. Yes.
And what are some of the services offered for female veterans?
Well, you can go to the vet center, the VA hospital. I think what they offer different than for men is, just physical checkups are, just different in general because we have different body parts going on. So they offer that. They offer women's groups, which is very important because, women coming together is, it's new, and especially being in the military, it's very empowering. So those are two of the highlights, really.
Okay. Have you attended college since you left the Army?
I attended college before I went to the Army, during the Army, and I'm about to go back to college, so yes. And
has your stay in the military redirected you in choosing another career or to follow a different career path?
Yes, but I don't think it pushed me. I think I needed all the things that I went through. It's a path. You don't really just lose it. You build on top of it. So I discovered a lot of things about myself, and I've had a huge world experience. So I've tried some things out at an early age and I've discovered a lot about myself that, a lot of people don't get to realize till they're older in life. So I kind of have a head start. But again, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. But I have a better sense of who I am, so.
Does the military take away any aspect or certain aspects of oneself or one's individuality?
I guess if you allow it, but at the same time they kind of bully you into, just being one mind, one group thought. Even if you don't agree with it, it's easier to just go along with it. Otherwise, it's like you against everyone else almost. So in a way, like, yes, you do lose part of who you are, but I think you have to allow that to happen for either survival mode or, just because you want it. But in general, yeah, I think they try and just pair you into like one lump sum, which has its pros and cons, because when you're in uniform, you don't know what you look like in civilian clothes. And civilian clothes kind of tell a lot about who you are, your personality-wise. But, like when you strip that away, it kind of makes it a little bit easier to like go up to someone and talk to someone, because you have that common bond, that uniform. Yeah. So, yeah, like it's a good thing and a bad thing. So, yeah.
And how has the military changed you?
I've grown. I've grown, and I'm a leader. I can definitely say I have no problem telling people what to do, and like executing a plan and making a plan and putting things into motion. And if I'm wrong, screw it, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? You just drive on, and like I think I've just toughened up, and like I've gotten a sense of like the real world, and like it just made me a more direct person who, like I can just like let things roll, and I'm more focused. Yeah, so.
By females entering a male-dominated field, such as the military, do you feel that females have something to prove?
No, but I think men think we have something to prove, to be honest with you. I did the military because I had something to prove to myself.
By females entering a male-dominated field, such as the military, do you feel that females have something to prove?
I can't speak for every female, but for me, I joined because I had something to prove myself. But, well, yeah, I think men, they put us down, and, in that environment, men become very competitive with each other, and, like, that's just the nature of the group, like, is to be very competitive with each other. And no guy really wants to be shown up by a female. So, they just talk a lot of garbage to make, women feel bad about themselves, hoping that's like a tactic that will make, them more dominant. And, yeah, I think women do have a lot to prove, because we can do the job, but, there's so much running against us that, like, so we have to overcome another obstacle. But yeah, we do.
Soldiers turn against each other due to enormous stress and the pressure that they endure.
Yeah, of course, because like you're living in tight quarters under a lot of pressure, and you have nowhere else to turn to. It's sort of like in the Army you don't talk about, or in the military you don't talk about your feelings. You punch someone, you know what I mean, or you punch something, or you do something aggressive. Because that's the nature of the job, is to be aggressive, assertive, in your face. Well, when you have all these people doing that same tactic, yeah, we turn against each other, and we don't really rationally talk things out and sit there and la la. We, like we get in your face, but that's what we're trained to do. We're like trained to be pit bulls, and that's what we do. Arr, arr, arr.
What was your most traumatizing experience during your stay in the Army?
Getting off the bus and the drill sergeant's in your face, get off my bus! That was traumatic. I can't put that in there, but
Wait, what happened?
Don't worry about
Just keep rolling.
No, like being in combat, seeing your friends blow up and their heads splatter against the wall, that really, leaves a lasting impression. And then having to clean the vehicle out and, seeing parts of them there, like that's really hard.